Welcome to Tecmo Tuesday, and welcome to the final chapter of the 4th season of this series. It's the 1976 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, first season in existence, expansion, and they took it all the way to the Super Bowl. We took them all the way to the Super Bowl, and we're going to be taking on the Oakland Raiders. My personal team is the Raiders, so this is a very bizarre situation for me, especially since these two teams played in the one and only Super Bowl that I watched the Raiders play in throughout my lifetime, and where they lost. So it's funny. It's a little bit of irony, I guess. But we're gonna give this a shot with the Bucs. This is a different era, different Buccaneers team. I also have 2 injuries. I have Lewis Carter, my RB1, my first running back, is hurt. Been hurt for a little bit. And then Barry Smith, my third wide receiver, who's mainly my special teams returner, also out. So hopefully we'll get them back. Let's see what the Raiders' health situation looks like. They're completely healthy. So see how it goes. I did check on the, I went over the health of my my team, the healthy guys anyway. Ed Williams, I'm going to, of course, leave in there. He's the bruiser. And then Rod McNeil is currently in excellent condition. So if Carter does come back, I'll look again to see how I want to line up my running backs. If he doesn't come back, it's going to be McNeil and Williams. On the receiver side, it doesn't really matter. Barry Smith is out. This isn't necessarily the case either. Because Owens is average, but McKay, who's normally my second receiver, is in bad. His receptions are down to 38. He's not very fast at all. Barry Smith is hurt, so we'll look at, if he comes back, we'll take a look at what he's got, and then, Freddie Douglas, who I think I have in the lineup right now. I think I swapped him out for McKay. Yeah, you know what? I know I swapped Smith. That's why he got hurt. It wasn't because he was returning kicks. And I have Johnson, who was normally riding the he's Essex Johnson's normally riding the bench. He's on the return. He's returning the kick. So when I get the ball first, we'll see what happens on the. When I start the game, if we get anybody back. Nope, nobody's back. So it's just going to be exactly what it is. Damn. So it is what it is. we're gonna go in with what we got. It's next man up. Here it is, Super Bowl 11, I think this was. In real life, the Raiders were Super Bowl champions. They beat the Minnesota Vikings in a rout. And we'll see how this game goes. I'm gonna go with what I have. I think I'm gonna leave the lineup as it is, since nobody came back. Oh shit! The play fake. Oh come on! I had the guy over. It's like I was late getting over there, but I did get over there. I mean, I had to rush back, but I got there in time. I feel like I had good coverage on him. Sack, nope. Pick, fuck, another catch, Bolitnikoff. Oy, that's 2 catches in a row that should not have been catches. We had the blitz and everything. I thought we'd get the sack. Then I was like, oh, let's get the pick. All right, at least that one was overthrown. He went the ghost to the post on that one, and it didn't work out. I'm going to be calling all passes here because I don't want to get my guys hung up back there. Oh, he gets it off again when I had the blitz. Are you fucking kidding me? There were 3 guys. Oh, man, this is not good. These guys they must all be an excellent or something because they are just catching in tight coverage. It doesn't matter. Oh, my God. The fix is in. We're just going to have to get a turnover. We're going to have to score on every possession and get turnovers. And commit none ourselves. Like, that's what it looks like this is going to have to be here. Alright, well, I'm going to... I mean, I'm not going to get desperate after one drive here or anything. I'm gonna get stuffed because of the blitz. But I'm going to try to get a semblance of a running game going. I want to give them... limit their possession, because obviously their offense is on fire. I mean, the unfortunate thing... oh, God, here we go. I hate these 3rd and 1s, because they tend to... Alright, we didn't... They tend to call the right play. I like to go just right up the middle with 3rd and short, because if worst case scenario, if I'm like in that situation, I'm at midfield, I probably would go for it. But if you run it to the outside, you run the risk of losing yardage. You know, that was probably for the better that I didn't throw it, because, you know, it didn't look too good. So after this game, I am going to do the Pro Bowl as well as like a bonus game. Alright, I purposefully waited for those defenders to get behind him so they wouldn't be able to come back so quick. I had to wait it out a little bit. Oh boy, here we go again with this shit. Alright, I'm going run 2. Fuck me. Alright, I'm going again. Fuck this. I'm going for it. I'm going to do my... you know, I want to do pass 1. But if they call it, I'm gonna be fucked. But I'm not really expecting them to call that either. I'm gonna go for that. I'm going for pass 1. I'm gonna pay for it, alright? Nope. Oh god, everybody's covered though. Ah! He had a step on him. Alright, they're gonna change it up. I'm gonna call runs here. Ugh, fuck me. Alright, what do you know? An incompletion. Maybe they forgot to put the stickum on for that play. Alright, nice job by the defender there. The drone got to him. Come on, let's get the call and let's get the sack. Shit, they're not. Yes! I mean, it's basically a punt. You know, it was 3rd down. They were going to punt it. But it's nice to get those turnovers, like I said, especially since we didn't score. If they would have made that catch and, you know, they would have started driving, could have been bad news Bears or bad news Bucks. So for this year's Pro Bowl, I went and I looked up what the Pro Bowl actually was for 76, and I tried to replicate the roster as much as possible. Interestingly enough, there were some guys that were not even in the game. They made the Pro Bowl. It's like, how did that happen? There's a sack by Hendricks, Hall of Famer. I don't know. It's an imperfect ROM. Whoever, you know, made the rosters didn't do the best job. Nice. All right. All right. 1st and goal. I think it's 1st and goal. That's good. Get right on the 10. Yeah, it's 1st and goal. Oh man, he had the ball over the line. Come on. All right, he got him. We got in that time. So made up for that. The first 2 drives did not go our way. The last 2 drives did. Let's try to keep the momentum going. Alright, nice coverage, too. Nice coverage. So, they could score and not give us much time left. Just under 3 minutes. I did call a split back formation. This might be the play. It is not. Alright, that's a few yards. Alright, it's a split backs. I did call a split backs. Ah, they're running it. Nope, they're play faking it. Oh, it would have been so nice to get a pick inside the 25. Alright, let's get a stop here. It's a single back. I called the single back. They're running it. Yes, yes. Stuffed them. Alright, now we know the drill here. This is the 2-minute drill. We're trying to score at the end of the half to then get the ball back. Ray guy booms it, of course. And I'm not going to be taking my sweet-ass time with this drive either, because there's not a lot of it. A minute and a half left. So I'm pretty much going to be throwing regularly on this. Nice. Alright, I'm getting out of bounds. You know, stops the clock, reduces the risk of injury. Alright, second and long. Come on, more. Oh, shit. Alright, that's alright. We got it. I didn't like how I ended up in the middle of the field that time. Alright. We're getting low on the time flow. I do not want to throw a pick. Alright, I have just enough time for one more. But I can't dick around with it for too long. I gotta, you know, go for the gold and then... Alright, I'm kicking it now. I didn't like how it was right in the middle of the field either. Like, it was like, oh shit. Oh no, don't block this. Fuck! Me! Maybe I can get a touchdown here. Oh, the kicker would have been hilarious. Oh, man. All right, Mighty Bomb Jack halftime show. What a crazy game this has been. I said at the beginning, well, after that first drive, that our defense was going to be, I wasn't too confident, you know, in how this is, not so much because of their play, but because the offense was just unstoppable in that first drive, and it was like, goddamn, you're not going to be able to cover them. But they must have had the stickum taken away from them, as the 70s Raiders were famous for using, if you know the stories. You know, it was the substance that they put on their hands to make the balls easier to catch. They weren't the only ones, but they were notorious for it. It was the crazy Wild West of the 70s football. Meanwhile, we got a great return here. Johnson earning that paycheck. All right, you know, we can't do the double dip. Even oh my god, we were so close. It was. All right, nice run there. Second and 5. Oh man, I was like, those guys were jumping up for it. I really thought they were gonna get it. And instead we get a touchdown. Bob Moore. More points on the board. Oh, come on! This motherfucker. Somebody block him. Yeah, now we can't, you know, we don't have a totally protected lead here. That's 2 blocks now. That's 4 points off the board. We should be up 17-7 right now if that left guard would just hold their fucking block. Or whoever it was. I didn't see what the hell was happening there. I'd have to look back. This might be play fake. It is. He always goes for this guy. Alright, incomplete. That's fine. At least it wasn't a catch, because I wasn't so certain. Normally, I'm in coverage like that, I'm really expecting an incompletion or a pick. Oh, fuck. Shit. I let him get behind me. Oh! Damn it. Damn it all. I'm playing the fucking safety, which was the position that I played when I played football, and then I just missed him, and it's a touchdown. Fuck! Alright, let's get a block ourselves here. If we can do that, it evens the odds. You know, it makes that last miss not... And then we didn't even get close to it. If I lose by 1 point, I will lose my shit. I will lose it and not put up wanted posters. Or missing posters, you know what I'm saying. Alright. Getting toward the end of the third here. That long fucking pass really just took the wind out of the sails. I mean, oh no! Holy fuck me. Speaking of wind coming out of the sails, that would have just deflated the shit out of it. It would have been like Tom Brady footballs all over the field. Oh man, they're on to me. They're on to me. Everybody is covered. Holy shit, Spurrier he ran for about 25 yards to get a 6-yard gain. Oh no! Ugh. He was just out of reach. Alright, D, we gotta do it this time. We can't give up a touchdown. That will royally fuck us. Come on, guys. We gotta get a turnover ourselves here. I mean, we had a turnover earlier in the game, but it was really more of a third down stop. It wasn't a big turning point kind of turnover. We gotta get a really big turnover here. All right, broke that one up. That was that one was tight. It was a deep ass pass. This is not gonna be a blitz. Come on, where's the coverage? Alright, third down. Let's get him here. This is not going to be a blitz either. Okay, they're not running it. And I called it too. I called a run. Come on, get the sack. Aw, fuck! And I can't even get close to this fucking kicker to block it. There's enough time, but there's not a lot of it. And I gotta score quick. That could have been bad. That would have sealed it right there, is what would have happened. Come on, Owens. Yes! Alright. Gives us a shot here. That was not where that pass was supposed to go, for one thing. Come on, you dick! It was right in your goddamn hands. I'm tempted to just kick the fucking field. I mean, it's third down. It's now or never. Alright, you got it that time. I was tempted to just kick a field goal, because it's like, I gotta score anyway. I gotta get it back. And I gotta get it back. And we try to save the time, you know, but it's like, no, you can't do that. Not in that situation. Alright. I got to onside it. There's not enough time to get a stop. You gotta be kidding me! We actually got it. Alright, we have 2 minutes left. And all we need is a field goal. I'm gonna be careful about this. I'm going to be careful about this. I'm also concerned about my kicker because of the blocks that happened earlier. You know, that is not... I want to score a touchdown with as little time as possible. But, you know, a kick is also something to... Come on. Yes! I'm going to stop to save some time and then just walk in. Alright. I know I could have, like, went out of bounds and then milked the clock, but, you know, you risk fumbles, you risk all kinds of shit. 58 seconds. There's way too much time left. That is, you know, not what I wanted, but I didn't want to get a kick block. And the other thing, too, is that we do not need to, holding the, like, field goal is out of the question. Come on, coverage team. Get down there. Fumble! Yes! Now, just cannot fuck this up. We cannot fuck this up. So, the easiest way not to fuck something up is... Ugh, there is no easy way to not fuck things up, because... I got a way that I won't fuck this up. Ready, down, hut. We fucking did it! Speechless. We were down 8 points with like 4 minutes left, not even. They scored to take that 8-point lead. We were fucked. It seemed. You know, it was like, it did not look good because the odds of recovering those onside kicks are not very high. And so it was like, you know, that was what I was realistically looking at as far as having any kind of legit chance was to, you know, we'd kick the onside, we'd probably fail, and then we would have to get a quick 3-and-out, like a really microscopically brief 3-and-out. And then, you know, do something crazy with it. But instead, we recovered the damn kick. We got in the end zone, and then we, you know, with less than a minute left, on a kickoff, recovered a fucking fumble. So the offense didn't even get on the field after that. That was great. Look at the running game. Not a lot of rushing yardage. Our leading rusher, Williams, had 18 yards. Van Egan only had 21, although he had that big touchdown. The passing game was where it was at. You know, we combined for almost 500 yards, which is a lot in Tecmo. Just a crazy pull it out of our ass win. We finally got it. It took us 4 seasons to win a Super Bowl in this Tecmo Tuesday series, and it was looking like it was going to be another heartbreaking finish. Let's do a roster rundown here. Honor the men who fought hard for the duration of the season. We did not have to call on Dickinson much for that one. That was good. We didn't have to. Most of the running backs, they all got on the field at some point or another. Had to mess around with the lineup a few times. And we had injuries, too. That's another thing, is that, you know, but it was next man up, and they all stepped up. What's very important to winning championships in football is depth. You know, you've got to have guys behind you, because you're going to get injuries. It's basically guaranteed. You're going to have them. And you got to have, you know, if you are top heavy and like all of your top you have a lot of star power in your first line basically, and if you even get nicked up, it's like you become an average or below average team. So you know, but we had a couple injuries. It wasn't enough. We managed to pull together with what we had. And brought that Lombardi to Tampa Bay. Had to beat my team to do it. So in Tecmo Tuesday, the Raiders have lost 2 Super Bowls now, because it was the first year where they got in and got beat by the Giants. It was the only year I didn't make it to the Super Bowl, as you know. But this is the first one that I've won. And as you realize it now, the AFC has been dominated by Colts and Raiders. In this, you know, Tecmoverse, even though we're traveling back in time and going all over the place, it's not like it's continuous or anything like that. But anyway, that was, wow, crazy game, crazy finish. So that's it for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna play the Tecmo. I'm gonna play the Pro Bowl, and I'll take a break once again from doing Tecmo Tuesday out. Not for an extended period of time, but once again, similar to before. Maybe a couple months, a month and a half, something like that. The real NFL season begins now. So there's plenty of football to quench the thirst. As of this airing, as of when this video is released, the first week will have already finished. This was recorded on the Saturday before, so only the Thursday game has actually happened. Anyway, I'm gonna simulate the Pro Bowl while I'm going through all this bullshit. So I know I've had suggestions on what to do next as far as Tecmo goes, and where else to play. I'm not going to change. I knew win, lose, or draw from the outset of the season. I was at least going to do a second Tampa Bay season. So I'm going to be doing the 77 Bucks, and it'll be interesting to defend the title with anybody. It hasn't happened yet. We've always been chasing. We've always been champion chasers. Now we'll see what it's like from the other end as the champs. We'll still have a shitty roster because it's the 77 Bucks who continued the massive losing streak that was so infamous, where they lost the first 26 games of their existence. It was the first, all 14 of 76, and then they lost the first 12 of 77, and then they won their last 2 games. So NFC holds on the first possession. It's a touchback. As far as beyond, what I'm going to do after the Buccaneers saga is over, I'm not so sure specifically yet. I mean, I'm not deep diving into it too much. I'm, on to the next thing, what's in front of me. But there's a lot of options, so, we'll see down the road. Like I said, the NFL season, as of this recording, just started with the one game, the Thursday kickoff game. And it was not a good start for my fantasy team. I had Stafford, Rams quarterback, going against Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback. So, my opponent for week 1, it was a quarterback versus quarterback matchup, and that did not go in my favor. I have Stafford, who had a shit game. I had Robinson, the Rams receiver, who also had a shit game. I did have Stephon Diggs, who did well, but he didn't cancel out as much of the, enough of the Josh Allen touchdowns and all the crazy plays. He had a good day, but I was hoping for less. I was hoping for less points and offense from the Bills, and it did not go my way. But it's not even 1 week. It's only one game, and even though there were a lot of players in the one game that was going on in my fantasy game, there's still plenty left. There's a nice catch there, a nice jumping catch by Isaac Curtis, just enough for the first down. I wish that I could have been around to watch these games of the 70s. I have gone onto YouTube. I mean, I've seen plenty of NFL films over the years and everything like that put me in the, at least gave me something when I was growing up to see what was, just to, brush up on the history and everything like that. But it wasn't until, the internet, and streaming services and YouTube where I could watch broadcast games front to back from way back then. And it's, you know, I mean, it's when you know the result, it's not the same. But it's still really cool to experience it. You know, you watch, I watch these games from 20, 30, 40 years ago, and I'm like, why is the game not like this anymore? I'm not, I mean, I get the concussion thing. You know, I completely understand. That's how it should be. So, you know, helmet to helmet and just like tackling by the face and everything like that. It's you know, I don't blame anybody for those rules, but the rule changes that I can't fucking stand are like the ones that they're doing a point of emphasis on fucking illegal contact. Go fuck yourself with the illegal contact. I hate that it's an automatic first down. I hate that and I hate it when interference is called when it's very ticky-tacky, and it should be blatant. You should only throw that flag if it's blatant. Or if anything, if it's ticky-tacky and you think they interfered enough, maybe you call it, maybe you do the 5 yards and automatic first down. Similar to an illegal contact. Because I hate like a 40-yard pass that becomes a freebie and it really didn't need to be. Especially when they're uncatchable. God. Sometimes it's like, I mean, I know that it's impossible to tell. Not impossible, but not always possible. But a lot of times it's like there was no way they were gonna make the catch. Like, use your fucking head and, you know, judgment call it and say like, okay, yeah, that was ticky-tacky and it probably wasn't catchable to begin with. I'm not throwing a flag that's gonna give the offense a free 50 yards. Now, I'm not, you know, I'm not even 40 here, so I'm not a total curmudgeon. I mean, I'm sounding like one, but what I mean is, I'm not, like, old school to the point where everything was better at the time. I just think they need to incorporate some of what was better about yesteryear. I think that defense is just getting the shaft with just about everything. The quarterbacks are protected too much. The receivers are protected too much. I don't want, like, as much as I enjoy a hard-hitting 10-7 final score game, I would rather see some semblance of balance. You know, have the defense matter too. Have the running game matter again. I think that too much of this shit is because of fantasy football. And I'm participating in this shit. I was just talking about it, so I'm part of the problem, I guess. But I feel like fantasy is the driving force behind the rule changes. To give the offense as much advantages as possible. Because if you'll notice, they swallow the whistles during the playoffs. The NFL playoffs are definitely more balanced, and they're definitely more of the way I want the games to be. It's not just because of the high stakes, it's because they actually let them play the game. It's not, there's not as many, I mean, yeah, sure, there are bad calls, and there were bad calls in the Super Bowl, but I think the games play out much more like the way you want to see them. At least the way I want to see them, you know, I don't... Fumble. That's just my personal... Oh, Art Shell picked up the fumble. He was the head coach of the Raiders when I first started watching football on the reg. So, anyway, that's it for my rant. I'm all set with that part of this segment, I guess. In a complete seamless transition of conversation, I'll bring this up. When I first set it up to play these games here today, I was right about ready to go, and then I looked over and I saw a spider about 4 feet away from me, descending from a web. Just, you know, slipping down its web vertically. And I was like, oh shit, gotta kill this thing. I'm not an arachnophobe, but I'm not a fan of the idea, and in fact, I'm not even anti having spiders in my house. They keep away a lot of the shitty pests, so I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay with the possibility of playing this game and having a spider land on my head while I'm trying to win the fucking Super Bowl. So I was like, alright, I'm killing this thing. So I took off my shoe. I kind of took my eye off the prize for a second, and I didn't see it anymore. It disappeared. And I no trace of it after that. But I did notice when I looked at my shoe that I definitely need new shoes. There is basically 0 tread left on my sneakers. So yeah, that went on my to-do list to pick up some new shoes. These will become my yard shoes, and then, you know, that'll take care of that. I had something else regarding spider. Oh, it reminded me, the whole thing of like taking my eye off the ball for a second and then looking over and then it disappearing. Is that a very similar thing happened, I don't know, many years ago. I was about to I went to bed, and, I don't know, it was probably like 11:30, midnight, something like that. It was a weekend. I noticed on my pillow crawling around was a fucking centipede. So I was like, okay, fuck that. I'm killing this son of a bitch. I turned around, grabbed the notebook, turned right back to where it was, and then, yeah, gone. No fucking clue. I spent an hour and a half looking for this thing, could not find it. I finally just said, okay, I guess I'm gonna chance it the rest of the way, and I laid down to go to sleep, and every time, like, it seemed like I was getting closer to finally conking out, I feel like this little itch. It was a phantom itch. It was all in my head. I would just go, ugh, and I would swat at my arm. I'm not a murderer of bugs. If I'm outside, I don't kill anything. I don't kill any bugs. Except for hornets if they have a nest on my property or anything like that. But if bugs are inside, they're dead. They will die unless I, you know, make an executive decision regarding, like, spiders, for example. They do keep out the pests, like I had mentioned. Maybe I won't necessarily kill it if it's minding its own business and it's keeping itself out of sight, out of mind. Like, for example, under our hutch, there's quite a few of them. We have a pretty good amount of spiders in the house. But again, they keep out the pests, and for the most part, they hang out on their own turf. Is this going to be a touchdown? Nope, almost. That would have been something, a defensive touchdown. I'm hoping there won't be overtime in this game, because it's, you know, essentially a preseason game. It's a Pro Bowl. It's just a showcase of the stars. It's, you know, not what it used to be. Well, at this time, it was what it used to be, because it's, you know, back in the day. People took it seriously. Jack Youngblood of the Rams played, not only the playoffs, he broke his leg. Or he had, I mean, it wasn't like a compound fracture or anything, but he had a fracture in his leg. And he played, he taped it up, played in the playoffs and the Super Bowl with a broken leg. And then he played in the fucking Pro Bowl a week later. You've got guys nowadays that, you know, just don't feel like playing in it. It's nothing, it's not even that they're hurt. They just don't want to do that. It's a chore. So they don't, if they've been to the Pro Bowl several times, you know, but I can't even remember, not that I ever really took in the information, but Tom Brady, he's made, hundreds of Pro Bowls. And I mean, the last one he actually played in is an excellent question. I'm sure it was decades ago. I mean, a lot of it's the Super Bowl. It's like once they move this Pro Bowl to between the Super Bowl and the conference championships, that changed a lot. Where there were a lot of Super Bowl players who they weren't going to play in that game a week before, but when it was a week after, it was different. You could play. There was no more games after that. But, yeah, I get it. You don't want to risk injury. It's a meaningless game. I'm not one to, I honestly, I don't blame anybody for not wanting to play in the game. But it's just a testament, like the fact that back in the 70s, you had guys taping up their legs and going out there on broken legs playing in this stupid fucking Pro Bowl. Because, I don't know, it's, for one thing, they weren't making as much money, and I'm pretty sure they got a nice payoff, and you're not risking as much when you're, if you get hurt in the Pro Bowl, and then that, it's a contract year, and then you're entering free agency, you're fucked after that. We're talking about a time before free agency existed. Please score. Don't turn it over. Kick the field goal, and then. Oh boy, they might fuck this up. They might fuck this up. All right, no, now kick it. Yes. Don't block it. Well, there's still time for the NFC to drive down and do something with it. Well, by drive I mean return the kick because that's it. All right, so AFC wins. That's it for that. Bradshaw to Swan, that was a connection back in the day. OJ didn't quite kill it this time. He only had 79. Well, 79 yards is pretty good. For like I said, for Tecmo, you're not a 100-yard game is is a great day. All right, so that's it for the Pro Bowl. Like I said, I'm taking a siesta here with the Tecmo Tuesday. I'll come back with it, start the 77 season in a couple months or so. Just let it simmer for a bit. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, too, so it's not like we're burning out on Tecmo Tuesday. It'll be nice and fresh when it returns. I'll be back, like I said, with the 77 season. It was quite a ride. It was really it was great to win the Super Bowl finally, and let's go get him again next year. Chase that trophy one more time. So that's it for this week. That's it for this season of Tecmo Tuesday. I'll see you next time.